My kindergarten friends, I'm here to help you learn how to correctly write your numbers. And just like with letters, when we write numbers, we always start at the top and work our way down. What's important and helpful to us is we have really cute poems that we're going to learn that's going to help us remember how to write our numbers. So take a look. I have 3 posters hanging up here. And there are numbers on each poster. Will you help me read the numbers? 1, 2, 3. Good job. Now, when we go to write the number 1, and it might seem pretty simple because the number 1 is just a straight line. When we go to write it, we can think of this poem. Straight line down, and then we're done. That's the way to make a 1. So if I was to write it, I'm going to start at the top of my paper or my dry erase board or wherever I'm writing, straight line down, then we're done. That's the way to make a 1. Now here is the number 2. The number 2 actually has some curves to it and some straight lines. When we think of writing the number 2, we can think of this poem. Around and back on the railroad track makes 2, 2, 2. Kind of sounds a little bit like choo, 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 right? The sound the train makes. So once again, when you're making a number 2, you're starting a little below the skyline or the top of your paper, and we're going around and back on the railroad track makes 2, 2, 2. Let me try that, and I'm going to say it out loud to help me form the number correctly. So around and back on the railroad track, 2, 2, 2. Good job. And 3. If you look at 3, 3 has curved lines, or not lines, curves to form the number. And when we think of writing the 3, it's kind of like you're going around something, right? So we're going to say around and around, just like a B. That's the way to make a 3. And if you look at it, look at how much the letter B, or part of the letter B, looks like a 3. Do you see? You could almost see the number 3 inside of the uppercase B. So watch as I write that. Around and around like a bee. That's the way we make a 3. Good job. Now, boys and girls, just like with our letters, we want to practice writing our numbers. And there's so many cool ways to do that. We can skywrite. For example, who can tell me what number I'm skywriting right here? If you said number 1, you're right. Good job. We can use all the wonderful suggestions Mrs. Mancino had in the choice boards for our letters. We can write it in the sand, in shaving cream, in rice. We can do it on our hand. And we have these cool white boards. They just feel cool to the touch. And remember, anytime we use our senses, it really helps us to remember things better. So everybody's going to get these. Some of you already have them at home. Others of you are going to bring them home. And our full-time distance learners are going to get to pick them up next week. So you can practice forming your numbers on these boards too. Did you see what number I was writing here? If you said 3, you're right. So we encourage you, just practice these numbers, because in math, we're going to be doing a lot of number writing.